Hey Taurus, what's up? I'm trying to think. Oops. I'm trying to think if I know any Taurus people personally. I don't think I do. If I do know you, I don't know your sign. Because I always send like the people that I know. When I do their readings, I send them their sign. But anyway, guys, say hi to my love candle here. My intention was for every time that it gets viewed on camera that it is amplified. So there's your witchy tip of the day. And let's get started on your reading. I'm just going to shuffle a minute while I gather your energy a little bit. And I don't do spreads, I just freestyle. Whatever falls out, I just read the story as I go. I see like a refusal to do something here. Refusal to like change your habits. A refusal to get organized. And let me tell you, I said I don't know any Taurus people. My son is a whole Taurus. But when I think in terms of adults. But I mean, when you get through this journey, you can kind of like tell, like it'll even affect kids and stuff like that. Like once you get centered enough, and see through the veil, you see like how the things go with all people. Like as I read, I can always see the people in my life that belong to that sign, and I can see what they're going through. Okay, I see a refusal to change some things, but I do also see a new beginning. I see that over time you have been very, very resistant to changing your habits and changing the way that you work on things, changing the way that you do things. I see that you're coming into a very quick change, a very quick energy of happiness. You are getting organized. It's just you have been organized. See, okay, now I'm feeling like this has set itself up to be like past, present, future. This is so crazy to me. So I'm just going to go with in the past. It looks like you failed to be passionate and you failed to be a go-getter in your life. You've been a little cluttered. Your heart's been a mess. But your head was cluttered too. It was just, you were almost like hyper focused on so many things around you in your world that like you were just so anxious on the outside because you were anxious on the inside. And I always tell my son, like, a cluttered life is a cluttered, it's a hallmark sign of a cluttered mind. And his problem is he focuses way too much on the details. He's a Sagittarius North Node. So he's got to learn how to look at the bigger picture. So there may be some North Nodes here where you've got to look at the bigger picture. Sagittarius North Node, I mean. But there's several signs that it's like you kind of got to look at the bigger picture. Taurus is one of those things where it's like they're so like fixated on their immediate surroundings. And I see here that you couldn't be fixated on your immediate surroundings because your immediate surroundings were cluttered as hell and you weren't seeing like things on the outside of the world where it's wide open. You chose to kind of like stay within. You chose to kind of stay in that cluttered mind. But clutter just makes more clutter. Like it just makes it worse. It's your room's a mess and you're like, well, it can't get much worse, so who cares? Let me make it worse. And then eventually it's like you have a mental breakdown. Like you're like, you think your mind can't get any worse, can't get any cluttered, and you just keep adding more clutter to it. And then it's like, oh, snap. And then you have your breakdown. I like to call that's an example of a tower moment. Like whenever just something random happens because you're not paying attention to the world outside, you fall and break your hip. I mean, you run into a pole, you get grounded by your parents if you're a kid, like, which is what happened to my son. You know, he got grounded, he got all his stuff taken away, and then eventually, you know, he got to a point where he just wanted to jack around with everything else instead of focus on what needed to be taken care of. So, you know, hey, I told go clean your room. Oh, all of a sudden he needs to take a second shower for the day. Go do your homework. Oh, snap, all of a sudden he has a hankering for some hot chocolate. Like, he avoids things. And Tauruses do that. Earth signs do that. But so I see a big avoidance here in the past to really focus on what's important. But I do see a new beginning. You're going to be more secure within yourself because you're going to be cutting the crap out of your life. You're going to be making schedules, you know, sticking to routines, really putting forth an effort. The energy around you is giving you that opportunity to be more organized and have more effort. I mean, have more. I see my brain. I can't talk. I'm so scattered thinking about this. So I know that y'all's brains are all over the place. But anyway, if I can concentrate, you'll get there. You're going to be reluctant to try, and you're going to have to try several different methods. But overall, I think that you're gonna reach that happiness, and it's like you're gonna be reluctant to try, and then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, oh snap, like my world is normal. And you're gonna it's gonna be so out of sight, out of mind, you're not even gonna realize that you've changed. You just took the steps to do it, and you know, but you were so focused on the details at the time that you're not even gonna realize the bigger picture, that you were taking baby steps to make your life a lot easier, whatever. You are taking steps to make your life easier, and you'll start to see that like almost all at once. I'm willing to bet that a lot of y'all had issues in school where you didn't know how to read, and then all of a sudden you knew how to read. Like you were an expert reader. You weren't potty trained, and then all of a sudden you were an expert at pooping on the potty. Like, I just feel like that's what kind of kid that you were. Just because I know, like, how mine is and how a lot of other Tauruses are. And I kind of like, when I look through the veil, it's patterns. I see patterns, and that's like the pattern. Y'all are everything's connected. But, you know, I've got a couple more minutes on here because y'all's is very direct. Y'all's reading is very, very direct. So let's just see what else we can get for Taurus. You know what? I don't want to use that deck. I'm going to use this one. Let's see if we can get a couple of Taurus messages here. Alright, yeah, you're not holding on to that security no more. You are painting the roses red. You're trying to get there. You are taking a step. Whoa. The Seven of Wands shot out. Like, you know that your life is a fight worth, like, getting your shit together is worth fighting for. You see that. Let me see what was on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, and then there's the Five of Swords again. You're cutting out just all the crap in your life. You're taking steps to knock out this scattered goofball energy, you know, and you're transforming. And you may even be seeking help from, you know, your family and your friends and stuff like that. So anyway, this was your collective energy reading, where your energy is at for the month of February. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like a personal reading, please email me. My email address will be in the comments. All my readings are $27 and $27 only. You get what you pay for and then some, but that's where they are. If you want another reading and to go in depth farther, then, you know, I treat it as if it's another session. Eventually, I won't be saying these things in my videos because you'll be conditioned to knowing how I do things, but I do all kinds of readings. I do love readings, Akashic records, palmistry, just soul readings in general. So yeah, anything that you need, let me know. Thanks for stopping by. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, comment if you feel called to send a donation. The links will be in the description box. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head at the moment because y'all got me a little distraction. I'm just kidding. Take care of yourselves, but also clean your room. Love y'all. Bye.